last week? Who can tell me? What did we learn about last week? We learned about one big concept.
Division?
Starts with an A.
Area.
Area. We learned about area last week. Okay, we learned a lot about area. And we know that area, when you're finding the area, you're finding the space within the figure. Okay, you're finding the space within the figure. Does anybody remember what is my equation for area? It's area equals what?
Length and width.
What about length and width?
Length times width equals area. Or area equals length times width.
Yep. So we have area equals length times width.
Times
Right?
length.
Area equals length times width. Okay. So we're going to kind of be looking at the same thing. It's a little bit, though, of a different, it's kind of the same concept, but it's going to be a little bit different. Now we're going to kind of be looking at dividing shapes into sections, okay? So I'm going to draw okay. All right. Are these rectangles, do they look the same? Do these rectangles look
Yes.
the same?
Yes.
They do, right? These rectangles look pretty similar. Now, if you were to actually measure them, they're probably not the exact same size because Miss Chandler's not perfect. I can't draw a rectangle that looks the exact, two squares that look the exact same size, but they're pretty close, right? They're pretty close. So is it possible for me to split one of these squares into 4 parts? Okay, so Katya's nodding her head yes. Okay, Sarah's nodding her head yes. So Gabriel, how would you divide this square into 4 parts? Where would you put the one?
You would put, let me fix my volume real quick.
Huh?
Let me fix my, okay, I fixed my volume. So,
okay.
How would you make this into 4 pieces? First, you would,
tell me where to draw my lines.
Go to the top.
Okay.
Point tops. And then, or you can just make a plus sign. So.
Okay, so make a plus sign. Okay.
Or if you want, you can do an X.
So is this 4 parts and they're all even?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is 4 parts. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, and they're all even. Okay. So
you put 6 squares on the other one.
Hold on. So I want to divide this one into 4 parts also. Can I divide it in a different way?
Yes.
Okay. Holly, how would you divide this one up? In a different way than
divided 4, 3, 2, 1, like upside down.
Okay, so like look, Gabriel told me to make a plus sign. So Holly, could I draw, what can I draw here?
Minus. Right. Or just like a line in the middle.
Only make 2 parts.
Okay,
though.
but that's 2 parts, so I need 4.
Oh, you can make
an X.
A line.
So can I make 4 lines straight down?
Like an X.
Okay, so could I do this?
Yeah.
Is that 4 parts?
Yes.
Is it even? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so that's another way I could draw this. Okay. So what if I had another square Is there another way I could draw this? I could divide this into 4 parts?
Yes.
Bianca,
Yes.
how else? Oh,
You
hold
can
on.
write in
Oh, hold on, because Bianca had her hand raised. Bianca, how else could I divide this into 4 parts?
there. You could draw an X.
Okay. And does that make 4 equal parts?
Yes.
It does.
Yes.
Okay. So, Holly, do you have another way I could divide it?
I have another way.
For division, you can make like a plus sign, but then put dots on the top and the bottom, like a divide sign.
Okay. Bella, how else could I divide it? Did you have one more?
You can do lines, but sideways.
I could do sideways lines. So when I'm looking at splitting up a figure, there's a lot of different ways that you can split a figure, and it's still, all 4 of these are still the same, right? Are all 4 of these still the same? They're
Yes.
still the same area, they're still the same size.
They're not
Yes.
the same size. I mean, they're not.
Oh, pretend they're the same size. I know Miss Sheila didn't make them exactly the same size, but they're close to the same size, right? So
I mean, they're
that would make these congruent
figures.
figures. Okay. A congruent figure is when it is the same size and shape no matter how it is divided. Okay. Yes, Kason.
Every time I go to Seesaw, it's like a math thing that's popping up.
Okay,
on my screen.
Jason, are we there yet, or am I still teaching? Okay, I'm still teaching. Let me finish teaching. Okay, so we are going to start learning today and tomorrow. We're going to be working on congruent figures, and we are going to be working on how to divide those congruent figures into a certain number of sections. Okay, so this should be pretty easy, I think. Okay. So the reason that this has to do with area, because y'all are probably like, what does this have to do with area? Because we've been learning about area, and this has nothing to do with that. So what this has to do with area is that if we were to take, let's just say, the area of all of these, they would all be the same, even though we divided them into these different parts, right? So that's what it has to do with area. All right, so I have a problem for us.
I have another one.
See if y'all can help me. So we want to draw 2 different ways to separate each of the shapes into 4 equal, oh wait, hold on, that's kind of what we just did. Let me do this one. All right, draw 2 different ways to separate each of the shapes into 2 equal sections. So how could I divide these diamonds into 2 equal sections in 2 different ways?
Make an X.
Is that going to make 2 though? Holly, how could I divide one of them?
You can draw a line where those 2 points are on the sides.
On the side, okay. And then I have 1, 2. Bella, well, how else could I do it?
You can do a line straight through the middle.
A line straight through the middle. And then I have 1, 2. So then it says what size is each piece, okay? Well, so this would be, I would have 1 of 2, right? And then this one would be 1 of 2, and this would be the same thing. Okay, so these would be divided in half, basically. We've taken our diamond and we've divided them in half. All right, so now you got your math notebooks, because now we're going to try this. Now you're going to try it, because now I've done it. And this is pretty easy, so I think y'all should be able to do this. Pretty easy. Okay, so our focus is congruent figures. So the first thing I actually want us to do is we're actually going to write down the word, because I want y'all to have this word in here, congruent. And we're going to write down it equals the same shape and size. Okay? In order for something to be congruent, it has to equal the same shape and size. In order for it to be congruent, it has to equal the same shape and size. All right, y'all ready? Can I give y'all I'm going to give you a shape, and then I want you to divide it up. So I'm going to say, y'all don't have to write this part, okay? You're just going to draw the shapes.
This is super easy.
Oh, I know. I'm hoping so. Draw 2 different ways to separate each of the shapes into, let's do 6 equal sections. And we're going to draw some skinny rectangles. So let's see if y'all can divide them into 6 different sections and give you some skinny rectangles. There's a lot of different ways, or not a lot, but there's a few different ways you could do this. So y'all show me, how are you going to divide it into 6 equal sections? So you're doing 6. How are you going to divide this into 6 equal sections? Oh, Katya, yes. Have you drawn it?
Can I go to the restroom first?
Yes. You go back here.
Why did you draw 2 of them?
Because it says 2 different ways. So you're showing me 2 different ways.
This is easy.
I know it is. I told y'all, I'm hoping it is easy.
I'm done, and it was easy.
Awesome. All right, hold on. We're going to show in about 30 seconds. And I'm going to have y'all show what you did. You got about 30 seconds, and then we're going to show.
I'm done and I'm ready to show.
All right. Got about 10 more
gonna-
seconds.
Okay, 10.
Oh, Gabriel,
Yes.
didn't ask.
Okay, I'll myself.
Thank you. And 3, 2, 1. Let's see those divided shapes. Let's see it. Ooh, okay. Okay, good job, Holly. Good job, Bianca. Good job, Miles. Good job, Walter. Good job, Isabella. Oh, I know I should have more than that. I only had 4 people. Good job, Grace. Good job, Gabriel. Good job, Kason. Good job, Raiden. Good job, Tony. Good job, Sarah. I kind of saw yours as you turned your camera on. All right. So, Sarah, what's one way you divided yours up?
Well,
Okay. Oh, that's good. You could do it that way too. Okay.
look at that.
Oh, but Sarah, look, you have 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You can do it that way. You just have too many lines. So draw a line in the middle, and then just draw 2 lines. 1, and then draw 1 more. 2. Perfect. So you could do it that way. That would be 6. Okay. All right. Good job, Sarah. All right. So did someone draw? So let's see. Tony, can you give us another example of how you drew yours? Can you do our other shape?
I did sideways lines and I did
Oh, okay. You could do, okay. I like the way Tony did it. So he did it this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait,
I did that.
6. So you could also do it this way.
I did that.
Okay. So do y'all notice how I'm putting 1 out of 6 in these boxes? That's because each of these pieces is 1 out of 6 pieces, right? And I want to make sure I number them because that's how.
Different than you on the first one.
Say that again.
I did different from you on the first one.
Oh, that's okay if you did it different. There's a bunch of different ways to divide these up. So I told y'all there's a bunch of different ways to do it. So yours may look different. So I'm putting 1 out of 6 so you know that each of these pieces is 1 of 6 pieces, right? So this is 1 of the 6 pieces in this rectangle. All right, y'all ready to go to independent practice? I think we're ready.